Good evening, parents. Welcome to the Suitland High School Back to School Night. I am Dr. Maniza Provido. I'm teaching your juniors and seniors in pre-calculus. Here is my biography. I finished Bachelor of Arts in Economics, summa cum laude, and Academic Excellence Awardee. I earned credits in Bachelor of Science in Education, Secondary Mathematics, finished Master of Public Administration and Philosophy of Education major in Educational Management. And here are my affiliations for the many years in my career. And mostly over the summer, in order to prepare for distance and remote learning, I attended a lot of webinars in order to earn credits and have knowledge and skills for distance learning tools, and here are the badges that I was able to accumulate. Here is the course description, and it focuses on standards that prepare students for college and career. Here is the curriculum for the course, and we do have 5 major topics in here. We have the attendance policy. On Wednesdays, we have alternately A and B days, and tomorrow is an A day Wednesday. For attendance, the Zoom meetings usually record attendance of students, and that is where I base my school max entry for the day. I do make them complete a short Google form on the first 10 minutes of class for their own record. And students who are not present on the days that we meet during the live instruction are considered absent. But if they do have technical difficulty and could not log in and attend, all they need to do is email me, or the parent can email me about that technical difficulty, and they could still make up for the learning, they could still get caught up. And what I would do based on instructions from the county is to mark them absent, but it will not count against them because the code will be TC, which means they tried their best to join, but they just had technical difficulty. For the absence note, if the parent or guardian cannot inform the teacher of an upcoming absence, then they can, of course, email me during the day that the student is absent, or up to 3 days after the live instruction was missed. And then students would continue with their makeup work and get caught up with all the learning that was missed. So there are new instructions in terms of attendance and in terms of being on the Wednesday sessions. And as long as the student has submitted work that was assigned as independent, participated in the lesson with the teacher for 30 minutes or less, was able to check in during the appointed time on a Wednesday, was able to complete any digital tool work assigned, then the student is present for that period on a Wednesday. And as I've mentioned earlier, the technical difficulty is a valid reason to have an excused absence for our scholar. The grading policy for mathematics, the weight of assessments that come in many forms listed here, that would account for 40%, while they have live instruction and they're doing classwork with their teacher in many forms, that would count for 35%. And then finally, anything that is assigned as independent that they could do weeknights, over the weekend, or Wednesday would all account for 25% of the overall grade. The course materials they would need are online access. They would, of course, need to have a notebook or a journal for them to take notes and do the work aside from what they would do on the online access. They do need Chromebooks or laptops, of course, and they will keep in touch with me in terms of Google Classroom, private messages, private comments, and PGCPS email. These are the many platforms that the county is providing for teachers and students to continue with distance learning. We have our Google Classroom where all the assignments are lodged. I also share with them a Google folder in their drive where all the lessons and all the learning materials are gonna be housed. They would access their Clever account in order to get to the many digital tools. Screencastify is when I have asynchronous learning where I will actually record a video just like this and give them what they need in order for them to work independently. We meet primarily through Zoom as that is what is preferred by the county, but we do have a Google Meet link in case there are any problems with Zoom. And also on Wednesdays when I meet with them, I am using Google Meet. Students are advised to go to the main page of PGCPS and then make use of the student resources, especially log into their Clever account in order to get the resources that they need for distance learning. And here is the one-page slide that I gave them in Google Classroom. I combined it here. They can link to the many resources that we have for pre-calculus. They can use their ebook that is in NGL Sync Learning and also MindTap. They can have a lot of tutoring resources for this ebook in the Larson Pre-Calculus, CalcView, and they can talk to tutors, especially during midnight up to dawn, for the many lessons that are here found in the ebook. We also have calculator tools and we have other digital learning tools that are engaging, and we do have a backup ebook right here in CK12. Virtual learning support. I always respond immediately or in a timely manner to the private reviews and comments that they post in Google Classroom, to the emails that they send to me, so that I can guide them with the work even though they may be on independent time, or I could answer any concern that they have. And aside from that, I do have my telework hours here, so you could see the matrix, which times are for class hours and which times I could actually go and respond to any messages or questions that they would send me. On Wednesdays will be small group meetings, the time window for that, and then 3 hours beyond the dismissal, I will be spending time looking into my emails and checking into Google Classroom for anything that I can help them with. Of course, on Saturdays and Sundays will be days off, but in terms of urgency, I can actually correspond with students and parents on a case-to-case basis. So the students were provided with Parent Group Remind 101 code that is lodged in their Google Classroom since August 29th. And thank you for all those parents who already signed up. For those who haven't done so, please ask your kids for the code specific for their class, and please message me the student name in order for me to return a grade, because I do encourage them to sign up by giving them independent work grade. If there is any struggle to sign up using the guide that I provided, please email me with your phone number and email address, of course, so that I could manually add you to the Parent Remind 101 group. If you need to meet with your teachers, you could do so. You could schedule them with the counseling office, and here are the caseloads for the counselors. And there is an upcoming teacher parent conferences on October 12th, and information is forthcoming. And here is my contact information, and I can be reached directly through email. And as I said, I usually respond in a timely and immediate manner. And so please keep in touch. And thank you for attending Suitland High School's Back to School night and being able to view and listen to the video. You could always look back and refer to the many things that are contained in the slides because being lodged in the school website. Thank you so much. And our RAMs are responsible kids, attend school daily, make good decisions, and step up academically. Have a good night.